WeBuyCars' profit has taken a knock with headline earnings falling 58%. This comes as it had to account for once-off costs. On an operational basis, stripping away those costs, core earnings increased over 23%, driven by higher sales volumes and prices. And joining me for a look at the year that was for the company is CEO Faan van der Walt. Thank you so much for your time, Faan. How would you actually describe this reporting period? Would you say that the business managed to shrug off a challenging economic environment?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Yes, I think we've done extremely well in a difficult period. We've seen most players in the motor industry announcing poor results. So we are very thankful for the fact that we were able to perform as we did over this period. We have increased the number of vehicles that we bought and sold significantly, and we've also expanded our footprint, in preparation for further growth.
And would you actually say that that is purely because of the internal efforts in the business to actually be able to withstand the macro environment, where it's not really dependent on what is going on outside, but it's actually about controlling the controllables within the business? And really, what kind of muscles have you been pulling there?
Yeah, we're fortunate that we have many levers to pull because we serve the whole car park and do not only focus on one segment of the used vehicle market. We are there to serve all motorists and all vehicle owners out there when and if they want to move on to a new vehicle or need to sell their car. We have developed over many years the capability to price vehicles accurately by using our own internal systems and data sources that we have developed, and that's become more and more reliable in predicting vehicle prices. It is serving us well to accurately price vehicles. You don't want to pay too much for a vehicle because then it's not profitable. And the conversely, if you offer too low, someone else will buy it. So you have to be accurate and fast in giving a price on a vehicle.
And actually, just talking about that pricing fund, how much runway then does a company like WeBuyCars have on that higher selling price momentum, considering also the challenges that consumers are going under?
Yes, I think affordability is one of the most important factors when it comes to purchasing a vehicle. That is also the reason we saw the new vehicle sales declining, because cars are just so expensive. And the only successful players in the new space are those players offering affordable cars at good prices, where they even compete with the higher end used vehicles. So from our perspective, we're agile enough to adjust and adapt to these market conditions.
And actually, Faan, what level of need then are you experiencing in your working capital, of course, as you are undergoing this growth effort in the company?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons we've been in existence for 23 years is the fact that we are conservative. We've kept our debt levels very low over the years, and we intend to continue to keep our debt levels at conservative levels. In fact, over this period we've reported on now, we have lowered our debt ratios whilst growing and growing in market share. So it shows that we are a cash generative business, and we can find our own way and our own growth along the way.
All right. And actually, just with that, because you also talk about some of your debt facilities where you were able to also refinance at more favorable terms. How difficult or how easy of a task is that in this kind of environment, also where we are still dealing with still elevated interest rates?
Yeah, it's not easy. I think we are now seeing the benefit of long-standing relationships and having a proven track record working in our favor by negotiating better lending rates, and naturally we pass that on to the consumer. I think our competitive edge is our economy of scale, where we are prepared to business at a low margin but turn high volumes, and that's proven well for us.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's go into your growth investment priorities at this stage, looking at it from the short to the medium term. Where will the laser focus be there?
Yeah, look, focus is the main word there. We absolutely going to be focused on the goose that lays the golden egg. We're not going to try many different new things. We are fine tuning this machine every day, oiling the gears and just making it better. You know, small incremental changes along the way. So yeah, there's a whole array of improvements coming. But the focus is on service delivery, making sure clients get the best service ever. You know, people are happy that our offering is transparent, and it's a smooth process, whether you're buying or selling. That you reach an answer very quickly, and that you can make informed decisions. We play a role in helping the clients make the right decision when they purchase vehicles. A large percentage of our buyers are first-time buyers, so we have a responsibility as a corporate citizen to make sure we guide our clients, and therefore we have independent condition reports on every vehicle, and we intend to enhance that much further in the year to come. We've recently launched a virtual assistant called Orange that you can ask any question to on the website, and they'll answer it to you, like what's the fuel economy of this car, or what's the safety rating, or what will a service cost, things like that. So and that's continuously improving.
Right. As we wrap up the conversation, Faan, I mean, obviously, as much as you do have this internal effort of, making the business resilient against macroeconomic conditions, but also a better macroeconomic environment will be able to lift all boats. Just what are you hanging your hat on in terms of the macroeconomic environment, and really just the kind of optimism that you have on that?
Yeah, look, we are seeing many positive signs out there for the economy to turn. I think post-election, we've also seen some positivity happening as the fuel prices came down during the year. That has a huge impact on a consumer or motorist purse. Interest rates in a downward cycle again now. So all that bodes well, but those factors are out of our control. So our focus is on what's under our control, and that's what we work on every day.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and really giving us more detail on those numbers that came out from WeBuyCars. That was the CEO of WeBuyCars, Faan van der Walt.